Good morning, students. So today I'll be explaining two programs from the string handling chapter. So these two programs is like your practical program. Okay, you have to type this program, you have to get the output, and but you don't need to display it to me. Okay, you don't need to submit the source code and the answer to me. What you have to do is that you type this source code, you get the output, and then in your hard copy, in your practical book, you write down this program, both of this program, and then you the output. Okay, and then save it for later so that I'll sign it. What you need to do is that yes, if you get any error or if you are facing any problem, then you can address the problem to me. All right, but these two programs you don't need to submit. Okay, you just perform this is your classwork to perform the practical, and then uh, write down in your fair copy. Right, so the first program is to convert a string to lowercase without using any built-in function. So we have been using string manipulation functions under the string handling chapter to convert, to copy, or to compare, or to convert it into uppercase, lowercase, like that. But here we have to convert the string values, the capital alphabets to smaller alphabets to lowercase alphabets, but without using the functions. So here you can see that here um, in the main function you are declaring the character array or the string variable as string1 of size 50. So that means this will create 50 array elements, but but it is not necessary that you'll be using all of the 50 array elements, right? Because here, so here I equals to 0, so I is a counter variable, and you know that the counter variable always needs to be initialized. So most probably it will be 0 or 1. So here why is it 0? Because array index starts with 0, right? So here the command prompt enter any string. So /t stands for one tap space. So here we are using the gets function, which accepts a string of characters until a new line is encountered. So that is this one. So string 1. So if suppose you enter a string, suppose a, right, a or ABC. So now that will be stored in the array elements string 1 0, string 1 1, string 1 2. So you can see that you're using only 3 array elements, not 50, right? So now the while loop will compare that string 1 0 is not equals to /0, which is true, because at the end of the string the /0, the null character, will be encountered. So as long as that null character is not encountered, this test body of the while loop will continue. So in the body of the while loop we have if string 1 0 is greater than equal to 65 and string 1 0 is less than equals to 90. So this 65 and 90 is your ASCII value for capital A and capital Z. So you check the number system table, okay, for ASCII value, that between 65 and 90 you have all the alphabets, okay, of capital A and capital Z. So here using the logical operator we are comparing two relational expression. So this both the relational expression must be true, this must be true, and this must be true. So here you're comparing string 1 I or string 1 0, which is, suppose you enter a is equals to 65, a is greater than 65, a is equals to 65, right? So if that is true, the body of the if will be executed, that is string 1 I equals to string 1 I plus 32. Now why we are entering the value 32 here is because if you add 65 plus 32, that is 97, okay, then 97 is the number, decimal number for small letter a, and 90 plus 32, 122 is the number, decimal number for small letter z. Okay, so in between 97 and 122 lies the lowercase letters of a and z. So that's why here 32 is written. All right, so that will be, so capital A will be converted to small letter a, and then I gets incremented, changes. Okay, so B will be compared, C will be compared, like that. Okay, so you get the C out. Now let's run this program and see the different outputs that you're getting. Okay, so enter a string. So if I enter capital A, you see that the lowercase is a, you get the correct output. Okay, Now if suppose I enter ASD, you see that you're getting small letter ASD. Okay, now if I enter small letter A, since the input is already in lowercase, you'll be getting the output as in lowercase only. Okay, so type this program, okay, get the output and compare the different outputs that you're getting. Right, now next one is to count the number of vowels and digits in a given string. You have to enter some alphabets and then you will see whether they are vowels or not, and then if they are vowels, how many vowels are there, and if you enter any numbers, how many numbers are there. So counting. Okay, so here in the main function, so you can see that here I've used csstudio.h. okay, so here you are declaring a character array str of size 50. So this will, so based on this, you see that I is declared, count v equals to 0, count d equals to 0. Count v means count the vowels and count d means count the digits, so they are assigned as 0. Right, so initialize 0. So here enter a string, so here you are entering the string value. It may be say like a e I o u, or it may be 1 2 3 4 5, any values. Okay, so I is assigned the value 0 because the counter variable needs to be initialized, and also the array index always starts with 0. So now the each values will be compared one at a time. So let's say you entered a e I, so stri or str0, you stored in str0, you stored a, right? A is not equals to /0, yes, so the body of the while will be executed if stri, if a equals to a. So since this is a character, it is enclosed in single quote. Okay, a is a character, right? So that character will be compared with this character, yes. So here you can see that we are using logical operators, and the logical operator or operator is comparing with many different relational expression. As you know that in a logical operator you can compare more than 2 relational expressions, right? So since there are only 5 vowels a, e, I, o, u, so you have to compare all the alphabets that you're entering with all of these vowels. Is it a, is it e, is it I? Let's say you have entered, instead of a, e, I, okay, you have entered e, I, o. So e is equals to a, no, or e is equals to e, yes, right? So that kind of comparison. So in the first case, str0 is this one, right? So count will get incremented, it will not move to here. Okay, so count will get incremented by 0 plus 1 1. So that's why here count is assigned the value 0 and count d is assigned the value 0, because it is used in the formula count v equals to count v plus 1. So that means it shows that you have one vowel, and if you enter numbers, as you can see here, the numbers are not integer values but characters, because it is enclosed in single quote 0 to 9. So any numbers that you enter is actually a character, because when you have declared this array, you have declared it as character, so you are entering string values. So if this is int, then this will be 0 and 9, not single quote, right? But since you have declared character, so 0 and 9 is also character values, that's why it is enclosed in single quote, right? But in the case of this, you can see that you're using the logical AND operator, right? So here, after that, you increment I, all of those string values a, e, I, o, u will be compared one character at a time till this it reaches the null character. Then finally you get the output. All right, so let's see this output. Let's run this program and see the output in different modes. Now let's say you are entering a string, so a, so number of vowels are 1 because I've entered only one alphabet, right? Now let's say that I enter a, e, I, o, u. All of these are vowels, so that's why you're getting 5, right? And now let's say that I enter 1 2 3. So now I have not entered any vowels, but I have entered only digits, and there are three of them, right? So now let's say that I enter A, S, D, E. So you can see that I have entered 4 characters. But when you get the output, you can see that number of vowels are 2. Why? Because the comparison is being made here, right? A, E, I, O, U. Is it equals to? Only if it is equals to, that will be accepted and the vowels will count, right? So here you can see that A and E, only S and D are consonants. So that's why that is not counted. Clear? So that way, again, if you enter like this, A, S, D, E, I, and then let's say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you see that there are 3 vowels, A, E, I, and there are 5 numbers. So that's why you're getting this output. Alright. So that way you try you run this program, okay, you run this program and then get different modes of output, okay, and then write that in your fair copy, okay. No need to submit this program, except that if you have any errors or any problem, you tell me. All right.